Welcome to the social science class, children, and today's topic which we are going to study is weather and climate. When we talk about weather and climate, what comes to our mind? Weather. Like today weather is very cloudy. Yes. Yesterday it was very hot. And maybe in the evening it is raining. So what is weather? Weather keeps on changing from time to time. It can be within an hour, it can be within a day, or it can be within a week also. So what is weather? Weather is the state of atmosphere at a place for a certain time. Like for afternoon it is very hot, but in the evening it started humid, and the next morning started raining. Like yesterday was very hot and humid, but today we found it's quite cloudy. That means weather keeps on changing with time to time, because at particular time or specific time the weather is different. So now we will talk about the range of temperature. Children, do you know the weather is forecast? You have seen in the television, in the newspapers. Okay, every time, or if you hear the news, you will see that there is weather forecast is there. That now this time the rain started and the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, or the temperature will be 28 degrees Celsius in the morning, and in the afternoon it will be around 35, and in the evening again it will fall to the 29 degrees Celsius. So with this the temperature varies. So this kind of forecast, if you see the newspaper or if you see the television, in every news channel the temperature or the forecast for your weather is being discussed or being shown. Okay, now the question arises that what is the range of the temperature? How can we know the range of the temperature? The range of this temperature can be known by the difference between the maximum and minimum. Suppose I say that today in the morning the temperature was 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and now it is 26 degrees Celsius in the evening. Then what is the difference of the temperature? It is 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius. What is the difference between that? It is 4 degrees Celsius. So that will be the range of the temperature. Then comes your climate. What is climate? When any particular country having a continuous kind of weather pattern or seasons pattern, that will be called as a climate. That will be called as a climate. So the weather conditions prevailing for long time years. And you know how much? Like for the weather we have taken day, week, hours. In the same way, for the climate we will talk about 30 to 35 years. That is the span time for the climate. So now what kind of climate India has? India has a monsoon kind of climate. Monsoon means what? Monsoon means summers are hot and winters are cold. Clear? So we have this kind of temperature in India. And one more thing, that is in India, we see that during the monsoon, why it is monsoon? Because the rays of the sun falls directly. We are near the Tropic of Cancer, and as a result, like I told you in the previous chapter, the areas which are lying near the Tropic of Cancer receives the heavy rainfall. So that is why we have the monsoon kind of temperature. So children, let us talk about the difference between weather and climate. It is very much clear. Weather do not prevail for long time. It changes with the time to time, or you can say it is a temporary kind of atmospheric condition. Whereas when we talk about the climate, climate is a long or the permanent we see kind of weather conditions which are prevailing, and due to which we can find out the kind of seasons or what type of climate the particular country has. Now comes the factors affecting climate. When we talk about the factors affecting climate, there are certain factors due to which that particular continent or a country is having that kind of climate. So, distance from the equator, it means how far is that particular place is from the sun, or what kind of sun rays falls on that particular area, or we can say distance from the equator. The line which divides the earth into two equal parts is called as equator. And if you see the sun rays are falling on the earth. How they are falling? See the direct rays, and these direct rays falls near the equator, or we can say near the Tropic of Cancer and between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, as we discussed in our previous sessions also. So here the sun rays falls directly on it. So when the sun rays falls directly on it, what do you feel? You feel hot? Yes, you feel hot. And when in the same way, when this part of the earth receives the direct sun rays, what will happen? Here the extreme hot will be there. We have the monsoon type of climate, and here we have a very good vegetation also. Because due to the excess of rainfall, excess of humid, what will happen? The rainfall will take place, and when the rainfall will take place, we have a lot of vegetation over there will grow there. Then comes your slanting rays. Where these slanting rays? We all know that we have the two poles, two ends of the earth. They are North Pole and the South Pole. So at the end poles of the earth, or we can at the poles of the earth, we receive the slanting rays. That means they are not reaching directly at the poles. So that is why when at the poles the sun rays are slanting, we receive the very less light, and as a result this part of the earth is called as the cold areas. Why cold areas? Because the sun rays are not there. Like the Arctic and the Antarctic, they are covered with, you see the polar bear in the Antarctic, this is what the areas. That is why we have that slanting rays in this area. Here we have cold temperature. The next factor which affects the climate of a place is altitude or heights above the sea level. Above the sea level means it is clear from the sea. Okay. So when we see this diagram, in this diagram what we are seeing? We are seeing that this is an example where the height is there, and this point, whichever places or any city or any country which is located at this high altitude will be much cooler than the places which are near the sea level. Clear? That is why it is said higher we go, cooler we feel. That is the basic reason. If you remember, if in your there is a building where flats where you are living, if you are at the third floor, the people living in the third floor, when the weather is good, you feel very good. Whereas the people living in the ground floor do not get that much fresh air as the people living in the third floor. Or if you go to your terrace, you feel good now sometimes. When the weather is good, you go to the terrace. Why? Because when you are at the height, you feel cooler. In the same way, the places which are above the sea level and at this height, higher altitude, that means high, those places are cooler. That is why people go to the Mount Abu, whereas Chennai is at the sea level, it is very hot. Similarly, when we know about Ooty, when we talk about the Ooty and Chennai is at the sea level, whereas the Ooty is at the height. That is why the Ooty is cold. Similarly, if we take an example of Mount Abu, which I was explaining that it is cold because in the Rajasthan this place is at the height and that is why it is cool in summers. Then we have one more thing, that is, you heard about Africa, continent Africa. In Africa, we have a peak or the mountain which is called as Kilimanjaro. Africa is an equatorial kind of climate. It is very hot because direct sun rays falls on that. And it is near the equator. So in that case, it should be very hot. But Kilimanjaro is very cold. Why? Because its peaks, has a very big height. It is located at a height. So as a result, the peaks of the Kilimanjaro are covered with the snow. So this is the reason why the altitude or height above the sea level is the important factor. So now we will talk about the distance from the sea. This is the third factor, that is your distance from the sea. When we talk about the distance from the sea, that means the places we are away from the sea or places which are nearer to sea. The places which are nearer to the sea, suppose this is sea, and the places which are lying near the sea. Okay, they have what kind of climate? They are having a moderate climate. Where moderate means neither it is very hot nor very cold. That is why people in Mumbai enjoy the temperature. And whereas the places which are far away from the sea, the best example is Delhi. That is why it is hot in summer and cold in winter. So how far the places which are lying from the sea, it all depends, the temperature, the climate, the weather, everything depends upon the distance from the sea also. Then comes your next is the direction of wind. It is very important because if you see, this is sea, okay, and the direction of winds. See, direction of winds brings the rain. What direction of winds bring the rain? Direction of winds affects the area and there it brings the rain. If you take an example of India. In India, during summer, the southwest monsoon, that is why the southern part of India, Kerala, they receive the rainfall first. The southern part of India gets the rainfall first in summer because of the southwest monsoon which reaches fast, and these things with the direction of winds, they bring the rainfall there. One more thing which I want to share with you is that when the summers are there, you can find out and you can hear the news also, and through it you can understand. Last point which we are going to study is the direction of mountains. When we talk about the direction of mountains, it means the direction of the mountains are perpendicular. Perpendicular means this 90 degrees, it bisects. Okay, this is a straight angle which is a 180 degree and it is bisecting, that is a 90 degree. This is a perpendicular. If the direction of the mountains are perpendicular, it helps in causing rains. Okay, if you see the example, or we can call it as a relief rainfall. You can have like we have in the Western Ghats, we have the south. Okay, it is perpendicular to the southern part. That is why it has a heavy rainfall during the June to September. So this is the different factors I told you about: the distance from the equator, distance from the sea, the height above the sea level, and even the direction of winds, and finally we talk about the direction of mountains. All these factors together affects the climate of a place.